emotions seem like such a liability and a source of illogical, stupid choices, right?
Yeah.
A lot of us will look at emotions like that. It's like, no, I'm just going to be logical. I'm going to be intellectual. I'm going to be reasonable, right? Reason seemed way smarter and safer.
Yeah.
And there's some truth to that, of course, but none of us are emotionless beings. Try as we might. We are emotional people. And let me throw this in there, actually. I think this is one of the most important concepts we understand about ourselves and our children and about humanity. The vast majority of our decisions are emotion-based.
Mm-hmm.
We think they're logical. We're thinking through, no, I'm going to get this for this reason, a better fuel economy and better, better insurance and better more, whatever, we're going through it. But at the end of the day, it's almost always some emotional reason. We want to be perceived a certain way. We want to be respected. We want to be loved. We want to be thought of as frugal or smart or wise, and so this emotional base, the vast majority of what we're doing is for our emotions.
Yeah. Well, and that emphasizes why dysregulation can be so damaging and negative, because even in one aspect, it reduces logic. It shuts down logic when we're dysregulated. It also narrows like our perception, the way we're looking at things, and it triggers, of course, the fight, flight, freeze mode. So when we get back to regulation, that's when we're able to have better choice, more clarity. We have more personal power in making these important decisions. So, it's super important when we realize that we can't actually manage our life, and neither can our teens until we learn how to manage our internal life, right? It all starts there. It starts by managing the inner emotions, right? That's the power. As we're going through this, think about even just this past week. Like, what emotions did you experience? What emotions did your teen experience? Think of real life scenarios and try to imagine how you could have done them differently as we go through these different steps, right?
And maybe for self-reflection or family reflection, just throw in the chat just one or two words. Like, how would you describe the emotional week in your family, kind of on a regular basis? How would you rate it? Or how would you describe it? Just a couple of words, just so you can start reflecting on yourself. It's like, okay, wait a minute, let's pause for a second here. How am I doing emotionally? How's our family doing emotionally? What's the emotional thermostat or thermometer in our family? What's that like? And I think what we're offering tonight, because I don't want to be misunderstood, it's not like we're going to shift to this place where it's all rainbows and unicorns and like nobody ever gets frustrated or irritated or angry anymore. What it does is you tip the scales where it's lots of laughing and lots of joy and lots of peace and contentedness with some occasional frustrations, instead of predominant frustration and anger and fighting and bitterness and sorrow and the depths of despair with an occasional hug, right?